Hello, welcome to another Gundam Battle Operation 2 video. That is the the Eye-Zack, which sounds like a fucking pun I would make, and well, you can also call it the Ewac zack, which that's what I'm known for. I've known it for. Or if you're Honey Smacks, you accidentally combine the two and you make the the Eye-Whack. But yeah, it's gonna be initial thoughts here, and I'll say right now, I am very impressed with this suit. Uh, I have the level 1 version, which is 400, but it does have a level 2 450 version. And honestly, I wish they would have made a level 3 because the utility of this suit carries it far. And before we get into the utilities, let's start with some stats. Let's see. For the level 1 400, you have 16 ballistic resistance, 16 beam resistance, 10 melee resistance, 25 range strength, and 15 melee strength. And I believe it has like a 70 boost gauge, 125 speed, somewhere around there. So pretty low stats, but it makes up for it for being a support type against majority of generals, and because of its utilities. So let's get into that. So we'll first start off with the weapons before we go into skills. It has the Zaku machine gun, the custom machine gun, or you can use the Marisai beam rifle, which I guess if you want to be a pest to people, a nuisance, you can use the beam rifle. But honestly, I think the machine gun works better for this suit, especially with its skills. One of its skills, my bad. And then it has the grenades. Speaking of, back to the machine gun, man, the machine gun, it's arguably one of the best machine guns in the game, next to the Cold Districts types machine gun and the Ewac zack. It does pretty good damage, especially with the support. You can do over 200 damage per shot with 40 shots in a magazine for this gun. So if you can hit a lot of shots with it, you can stack up a lot of damage, which is nice. Then we got hand grenades, which they're grenades, your usual damage there. It's not like Zaku high mobility type where it does like 2,000 damage. Around like 1,500, somewhere around there, 1,400. That's what I keep on getting around generals. And then you have your two unique recon equipment here. You have the recon gun, which I'm sure goes by another name. I just can't quite see it at the moment. But you have 3 ammo on that thing, and let me tell you, it has 750 range, so you can snipe with that and see people like any other radar gun. It's like the Recon Zaku and the Zaku Flipper. And it's one of the most useful things in this game because since it has 3 ammo, that means in a 5v5 you can see over half of the enemy team, and if it's 6v6 you can see half the enemy team if you save one shot for each person, which is good. And of course you can spot stealth suits and all that. And then you have the AOE, I'm trying to read what that says there, the spot sensor, the big old dome on its head there, the disc. That thing, any enemies on your radar will be spotted. Doesn't matter if they're stealth or not, they will be spotted. That's how I found this guy here. Just hiding in the water. And yeah, which that makes it really useful for the water too, just because of that. And yeah, any stealth suits around, you'll find them. I usually pop it so everybody gets to see what's on the enemy team first, and then just throughout the match I'll pop it every now and then. These skills work wonderfully with these utilities, work good with the skills of this suit. One of those skills is I think it's the precise analyzing, something around there, where if you attack somebody that is spotted, you do 3 more damage to them. I think it's like 3% more damage. So let's say you pull out your recon gun. Oh, this goes for all your teammates too. So if you spot somebody and you shoot them, with while they're spotted. Let's say you have like a machine gun. If you do 210 damage to them, and then you spot them, then shoot at them, you'll do 216, which may not sound a whole lot of increase, but when you have a machine gun, that will stack over time. I don't know how much it'll do for a bazooka or a beam rifle. I imagine probably like a bonus 100 damage, but that's still pretty alright for bonus damage, especially if you have like the whole enemy team stacking on them. And of course, as I said, with the ammo you have, you can spot 3 people, and of course, by the time it's readied up again, those 3 people still might be spotted, so you can do like 4 or even 5 people. I think the most I've gotten is 4. On 4 people spotted at the same time, not including the AOE, which is amazing, because that means they'll be taking bonus damage from your teammates and you, and that's really useful. That makes this a support. Also, there's a pixie here. Gonna kill him in his pilot. Speaking of pixies, this thing has, I think, level 3 anti-stealth and anti-jamming, so you can counter pixies and Ifrit knocks, which makes this thing really good. It's no longer like the Zack or the does Slave Wraith have one? I'm trying to remember. But yeah, I remember the Zack has anti-stealth. So this thing has both of that, the anti-jamming and anti-stealth, so that's pretty damn good. And also, this thing is the first ever suit to have stealth and not be a raid type, which is surprising to me because it's a support type. Usually, it's the generals and the generals and the raids will share skills, and the supports usually don't get too much. Only a handful of them have something like force injectors. And it's just surprising to think about now, because like it's the first suit outside of a raid to have stealth, and that can make it quite handy when pushing in the front line. Somebody thinks that they're going to be fighting one person. Nope, it's 2 people. One of them's a support type. That will make sure you take bonus damage, which is pretty useful. Or if you want to sneak around somebody, take pictures behind their back, like the creep that you are, well, you can do that too. Oh man, yeah, this suit's it's one of those suits. Oh man, I almost forgot it has a shield too, a support with a shield. In this day and age, which it's funny because there's a lot of supports that have shields, but usually I levy that towards the higher cost supports, which of course is the MLRS and all that. But that makes it really handy sometimes too. I'm kind of sad we didn't get a 650 support, because I feel like that cost needs to be fleshed out a little bit more. But I'm fine with oh hey, mission complete. Let's see what we got real quick for all that. I got shot at the most. Okay. And 5th place, 3-3. Don't mind that at all. I did my job. Yeah, this suit's pretty damn good. I'm happy to say that as a person who likes to play supports a lot. Ooh, Microsoft, go away. The utilities of this suit is amazing. Honestly, I think I've used the 400 in a 500 match, and I think I did alright with it. It can help out in mix-up mode, especially since you can take a picture of what needs to be, if somebody's finished, make sure that's the target, they take bonus damage, or to make sure like, oh hey, there's a Cubile over there, go avoid that. Pretty useful for mix-up mode. Overall, just a really handy suit. It's pretty powerful, but at the same time, I feel like it's pretty easy to beat it. You can handle it, my bad. Not easy to beat. Just because, you can counter the stealth of stealth suits and jamming suits, doesn't mean that it can't take the damage of those suits. So if you're a pixie and you got spotted by like this Eye-Zack, my bad, the Ewac zack, the Eye-Zack. You can still just beat the shit out of this suit super easily. Same with the Ifrit knocked, since you can heavy stagger it. It has no dodge roll and all that, so that's pretty handy. Handy, yeah. It's handy that you can beat the shit out of this suit still. Of course, if you all just storm the suit like you saw earlier in this match, it's going to be pretty easy to beat as well. This suit can surprisingly work at a frontline scenario, kind of like the GM Sniper 2 with its machine gun, and just flashing people, taking pictures of them, and just knowing where everybody is, keeping a tab on everybody, and just pretty much running the show, making sure your teammates are dealing with this, going over here, there's a dude over there. It's pretty amazing. It's really helpful. You feel like you're playing a support. You're not like a gun tank where you sit up in a hill somewhere, you shoot like 1 or 2 shots, and then a pixie comes up and kills you in 2 hits. You're what's the word I'm looking for? Engaging. There we go. You're engaging with your teammates, and they're engaging with you, and you're working as a team to fight the enemy team. And you pretty much have you have an advantage if you can work well with your team, and take pictures of who you need to target, get the extra damage on that person, get them out of the fight fast as possible, and you can stomp the enemy team sometimes, or just establish a front line, or you can sneak behind people, take pictures of them, all that, and then do your regular stealth things, which I haven't seen an Eye-Zack do that yet. It's probably because it's not really meant to, in a way. It's not like the Pixie or the Ifrit knock that can go in, get a downswing, and dip out. Oh, that will be interesting to see if any players that have the suit will do that. I don't think I will. I think I'll use the stealth for like surprise kind of stuff, going with my team around the corner kind of shit. Spam my AoE so they can't they don't know where I'm at while I'm doing it. Which, by the way, the AoE also, for the brief moment that it flashes and shows everybody on the enemy team that's in your radar, it also makes their radar not work for those split seconds too, which is pretty good if you were like if you're pushing on them. If you're doing like a really fast push, put that on there. Of course, some people don't rely on their radar as much as others, so if you're working like putting your eyes on the battlefield, probably won't hamper you too much. I know like during this match I got struck by the enemy Ewac's AoE, and it didn't bother me at all because I can still see the enemies in front of me, especially when I use my AoE afterwards and I can see where they're at, which is funny. But yeah, man, this suit's really handy, and this thing, they should make a level 3 of this because it deserves to go to level 3. Maybe next banner suit they'll release some more levels. So far I'm loving this, although I don't know why in the banner video for this it's fighting the Zeta in melee combat. I mean, I understand why, it's supposed to be like a reference to Double Zeta, but that thing's a 600 melee monster. Ewac's gonna get destroyed by that. But yeah, it's gonna be in this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want, I'd really appreciate it, and type up in the comment section what you feel about the Eye-Zack. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I love this thing so far. It's interesting to play. I feel like I'm actually supporting my team. I can engage with them and relay tactics to them. Although with the randoms, it's a little bit harder to do with the randoms, which, because sometimes the randoms will just do whatever they want. Maybe they don't know that they do bonus damage to whoever is being spotted and all that, or they see somebody go, okay, that guy's over there, I'm gonna go over here now. So it can be a little bit hard to coordinate with them, but this thing can still be pretty useful. And I still think it's weak enough in certain areas that it's not too overbearing on the battlefield. Although it is like it has to be your number one priority suit when you're fighting in the front lines. Like if you see this thing, you have to get rid of it. It really emphasizes the raid types to do their job. Because if they don't get rid of this, then your whole team is boned because everyone can see where they're at. I mean, you can already see where they're at with their health bars, but they don't know exactly what suit they're going to fight. So if you take them out, then especially if you're a stealth suit, you know, if you don't take out the this suit, well, there goes your stealth because they'll take a picture of you, add you to the cringe compilation, and everyone knows where you're at. So it really puts an emphasis on stealth suits. Also, another weakness I just thought about is the G-line assault armor would be pretty useful against this thing since you can pretty much snipe it. What good is stealth if you can just find this thing in a range and just shoot at it? But yeah, pretty happy that we got a decent, a really good support. Although I wished we could have fleshed out 650 like I said earlier. That thing, the Q-Blade is running the show there. We need something to stop that. This thing can probably stop it in mix-up mode, but we still need, some actual 650 supports. But yeah, with that, I'll see you guys later. Bye.